Hi everyone, nice to see you here. My name is Stephanie, and I'll be with you every day this week until Friday's part of the core challenge. And I am here to give you an introduction to Pilates. So, if you already enjoy yoga, but you're looking to enhance your practice, then Pilates will absolutely help you, especially if you're someone that suffers from lower back pain, especially when executing back bends, headstands, handstands. Pilates will help you to gain the strength to support your core, to protect your back, flexibility, coordination, and breath control. So, Pilates is absolutely for everyone, as is yoga. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. So, something that's integral in Pilates is the core. We talk about that all the time. We call it the powerhouse. So, when I say that, we're talking about the deep abdominals. That's the pelvic floor, the transverse abdominals, and then the back muscles and the inner thighs. So this powerhouse, every movement is executed from the powerhouse in Pilates. So from the center outwards. Okay. So let's talk about breathing. Yes, yogic breathing, as you know, is in and out through the nose. In Pilates, it's a little different. So we always breathe in through the nose and we breathe out through the mouth, as if you had a straw between your lips. And that way the exhale is extended, because in Pilates, we always do the work, the effort on the exhale. If we do the work on the inhale, we tend to tense up. So anything difficult that happens in Pilates, it's on the exhale to allow your body to relax into the movement. Okay, so we're just going to start off by breathing. Okay, so eyes open, closed, whichever you prefer. I'm going to place our hands onto the rib cage. Keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. And as you take a breath in, you're going to feel your rib cage expand. The hands get further apart. And as you breathe out, the front ribs close in. Let's stay with that a little bit more. Breathing in laterally. The rib cage expanding and breathing out. Rib cage closing. One more time, breathing in. And breathing out. Okay, good. So why do we breathe into the rib cage and not into the chest or the tummy? Well, we don't breathe into the chest because it's too superficial. Okay, if we breathe into the chest, we can become tense. If we breathe into the tummy, when we come to work the abs, it can be a little complicated, because if you breathed in and your tummy's ballooned out and you're trying to work your abs at the same time, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. So that's why we take this lateral breathing, always breathing into the rib cage. So just another few breaths, and as you breathe in, you're going to concentrate on keeping your tummy nice and flat. Okay, so really breathing into these ribs here. Use your hands again just to help you feel the movement. Here we go, breathing in. Tummy nice and flat, and breathing out. And again, breathe in, shoulders relaxed. And breathe out, the hands coming closer together. One last time, breathing in, stay tall. And exhale through the mouth. Empty your lungs, go right to the end of your exhale. Release the hands, open the eyes if they were closed. Great. Okay, and maybe though you notice that by breathing out through the mouth, you feel naturally that your abs engage a little bit. So that's something that's important for us as well. So everything that we need to do in Pilates is like layers of a cake. So the breathing is the first layer. We're going to add the second layer. I hope you're not hungry. I'm talking about cake. Second layer is engaging the abs. So we're going to take that lying down. So roll on to your backs. We call this the relaxation position. So knees bent, hip width apart. And you can place your hands to your tummy if you feel comfortable here. Okay, so we're going to engage the abs one part at a time, okay, and build it up. So we're going to start with the pelvic floor muscles. Now, if you're not sure where that is, what that means, don't worry. Imagine that you really need to pee, right? Imagine that you really need to go to the toilet, but you can't. There's no toilets. So you need to hold, okay? So in this case, you really need to zip up, okay? And you feel a little lift of these muscles in the pubic area, okay? That's your pelvic floor. So we're holding here, lifting up. Okay, so we're going to do that with our breathing, and we engage the abs on the out breath. Okay, so as you breathe in, you can release. Don't worry, this sounds complicated. I'm here with you. So, taking a nice breath into the ribs. And as you exhale by the mouth, starting to find that lift of the pelvic floor. Starting at the pubic bone, it feels like a little lift that goes up towards the tummy button. And as you breathe in, relax this action. And again, breathing out, engaging, activating that pelvic floor. Let's try one more time, breathing into the ribs. Back ribs pressing against the floor. And as you breathe out, lifting up the pelvic floor. Okay, did you feel that all right? If it's not obvious yet, don't worry. It does take a few sessions to get used to it. Okay, we're going to add the second action now when you exhale. So you're still going to lift up the pelvic floor. And at the same time, you're going to gently draw your tummy button in. Not too much, okay? Just imagine that you want to lift your tummy button up off your trousers or your leggings, okay? So it's a very subtle action here. That way we stay engaging the deep muscles and not the superficial muscles. So 2 things to do when you exhale. Let's go. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, engaging the pelvic floor and drawing the tummy button gently in towards the spine. Nothing changes in the back. And inhale, release. And again, exhale, lifting up the pelvic floor. Gently drawing the tummy button. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out, pelvic floor, tummy button. Feel those transverse muscles activating as well. And inhale, release. Okay, one more thing to add on here. As you exhale this time, pelvic floor, tummy button, and then you're going to think about drawing your front ribs in to activate the oblique muscles down your sides here, okay? So everything really drawn in, like you're tightening a corset around or you're tightening a belt around your waist, okay? So let's try that all together 3 times. Here we go. Breathe in. Exhale. Pelvic floor, tummy button, ribs closing, obliques contracting. Everything coming into the center. Inhale, release. And exhale again, activating all the stomach muscles. Pelvic floor, tummy button, ribs, obliques. Can you feel that working? One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Engaging. Pelvic floor, tummy button, ribs closing, obliques contracting. And inhale, release. Okay. Maybe seems like a lot right now, but don't worry. That becomes instinctive. It becomes natural. along with all the movements and everything else that we have to do. Okay, so now we're going to talk about something else that's super important in Pilates, neutral pelvis. Okay, so just slide your hands just now underneath your lower back. Is there a huge space there, or is there a very little space? There's no correct answer here. That depends on the form of your spine. Okay, so however you're placed right now, that is called your neutral pelvis. Okay, so take a breath in and arch your back. Exaggerate the space here, lots of space. And as you exhale, don't forget to engage your abs. You're going to press the spine into the floor. So now there's no space whatsoever. And again, inhale, exaggerate the curve. And exhale, press the back into the ground. One more time. Inhale, big curve. Exhale, engage the abs, drawing up and press the back into the floor. And as you inhale, come to your neutral position. Okay, so somewhere in between the two. Nothing is forced here. So when we come to work the abs, as of tomorrow, be prepared. When we come to work the abs, perhaps when you do sit-ups, you're used to pressing your back into the ground, yeah? I did that before too. Lots of people do it. This is not good for the vertebrae because you're putting a lot of pressure on the vertebrae in the lower back, okay? So what is essential in Pilates is keeping this neutral spine as you lift up, okay? So I'm still keeping a little space here between the back. And this is making me work my abs even more. Try yourself just now, okay? So interlace your hands, place them behind the head, elbows just in front of the ears, shoulder blades sliding down. Take an inhale. As you exhale, start to engage your abs, pelvic floor, tummy, ribs, obliques, and then start to lift up. What happens to your back? Do you find that you want to crush it into the floor? Don't. Okay, so keeping this in neutral position. Don't worry, take your time here to find this, okay? It's not necessarily obvious right away. And if you found your neutral position, you can feel this work in your lower abs, yeah? So just to see the difference, press your back into the floor. How does that feel now? Is it easier? Perhaps, yeah. And then find your neutral position again. So think pubic bone is facing, pointing forwards and not up to the ceiling. Okay, so not tucking that tailbone under, but drawing it forwards. Okay, and you'll notice that when you're in a neutral pelvis, your tummy's more flat, yeah? When you cross your spine, tummy's ballooning. Okay, so like a nice flat tummy in Pilates. And then release it down. Okay, let's just try a few movements there. Shoulder blades sliding down. Take an inhale. As you exhale, engage the abs. Nothing changes in the lower back. Come to look between your knees and just take a moment here. Is your head relaxed and heavy in your hands? Or are you tensing your neck to try and lift higher? So the more you relax your neck and your head, the more you're going to work your abs. That's what we like, isn't it? That core strength. As you inhale, release it down. Let's take 3 simultaneously. Here we go. Inhale. And exhale, engaging. Lots of things to think about here, I know. Don't worry. It will become a habit. And inhale, release down. And again, exhale. Keeping the spine exactly as it is. Tailbone heavy into the ground. Inhale, release. One more time. Exhale, pelvic floor drawing up, tummy button drawing in, closing those ribs. Head heavy in the hands. And as you inhale, release it down. Okay, very good. And you can relax. Awesome. So, crazy hair. Today was an intro for you. I just wanted to explain the basic techniques of Pilates. And as of tomorrow, Tuesday, we'll have a different theme every day. just to keep it fresh. So yeah, just bear in mind what we've learned today and come back tomorrow. We're gonna work those abs tomorrow, so be ready. And I hope you've enjoyed today. It's a pleasure to see you here, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.